Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Barn Shop Rebuild Project. As you can see, we're a lot further along than the last video, which was about a week old. But got the wall up yesterday, and pretty much all I really like is the doors and the ceiling in here, the roof. The walls are up on both sides now, and we just used some tin that come off the big barn for the two sides. And I will have to rebuild this end piece, this wall here is going to be rebuilt. I went ahead and tore out the firebox over here. And let me tell you, that piece of metal is pretty daggum heavy. But this thing came apart pretty easy. I think the mortar was mostly sand. And I used all these blocks along this wall here. Really, all the walls are blocked except for that section right there, and it's so heaved up right there. There's really no easy way of blocking it, so I didn't worry with it. I went ahead and tore off these two walls here, these two sections, and rebuilt these just because I didn't like the looks of the way it was. It was rotten. I had plenty of this lumber left. These 2x8s come off the rafters that were up here. Got all the lathing up, and no, I did not cut the tree down. I'm just not sure that thing's hollow in the middle, and I didn't want to get it cut all the way around and then not be able to pull it over, because then it's a hazard to fall. You know, I don't want that. I'd rather just sit there and rot, or somebody come along and try to take it down. Got quite a bit of stuff here. This is the old shelves that were in here. I'm going to try to reuse as much as possible, rebuild some shelves. Probably more likely along this side wall will be all shelves. I'm going to just leave that big piece of metal where it's at, because it's too daggum heavy to be moving around. And of course, like I said, this back wall here, the blocks, if you've watched my other videos, you know the blocks that run from this pole to this pole are about 4 inches too far out. So that wall has a big gap in it at the bottom. So I'm going to use some of these 6-inch blocks and rebuild it. You can see that big gap there. I don't like that. I'm hoping I'll probably end up having to bust all these blocks out, but actually I like these 6-inch blocks better than the 8-inch, because the 2x6 will cover the entire block, and you can't hardly find these 6-inch blocks. Go to Home Depot and look for 6-inch blocks. You can't find them. They're all 8-inch. So quite happy with that. It's like I said, this stuff come apart really easy, and I end up having to clean this area out just to get up here to work on these lathings, because I couldn't get up there no other way other than climbing up there and hanging like a monkey. And that ain't the way I work. I don't like hanging out on big heights. So got a big pile of scrap iron, got to sort through, haul off, and yeah, well, that's the way it should come. I got all this lumber here yesterday. This is the I'm going to use these 1x4s for barge rafters, and I'm going to use the 1x6s for corners. I went ahead and got the barge rafter up on this one just today, so it looks pretty good. So I'd like to get this barge rafter up before we put the roofing on, but I know we don't have enough roofing to do the whole barn. And each sheet's 11 foot 6 inches, allow about a 3 or 4 inch hangover. So we're going to have to order some of that. I'm going to have to order the ridge cap. So hopefully get that in next week. So as long as the weather holds out next week, hopefully we'll get the roof on, get the corners up, and then I'll clean out inside here. We'll get that wall rebuilt, and it'll be ready for paint.